I just washed my face in the shower, but if I hadn't have washed my face, I would have done micellar water and a cotton pad, and then I put my CeraVe moisturiser on. And I'm going to do a second round of cream. So I guess the question is, why am I vlogging? Well, when I was 14, I used to lie in my bed at night and watch YouTube, and it was like new on the scene. This is like before Instagram. I feel like Facebook was just a thing. And then I would watch this girl called Foxy Locks Extensions, and I would watch this girl called Melissa Merck, and like quite a few other people, someone called Andrea's Choice, and quite a few other people I would like watch relentlessly. But the main one that I started off with, like notably, was Foxy Locks Extensions. And then I've just loved it since then. I've loved YouTube as an app. So I used to have Snapchat. I deleted it last year, summer. So 2024 summer. I think, roughly. I just found it overstimulating. And Instagram I activate on and off all the time. And then Facebook I've never had. So my favourite social medias is definitely, I love YouTube. I get creative DIY and stuff ideas and like interior design ideas from Pinterest. And then I use Instagram on and off. So when around the time of COVID, I always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I was just going to school and just never really did it. And then, yeah, COVID happened and I was like really bored. So, and also I started understanding how to use phones more. It was easier. Like I got an app, the KineMaster app, that could edit videos by like clip shortening them. So anyway, I started filming and then I never really did anything with those videos. I would just film sideways thinking, oh, I'm gonna make this into a YouTube video and a vlog, and I just never did. I'm now just trying to get the memories collated and on YouTube, even if I privatize them. So yeah, so anyway, so why am I vlogging like now and like currently? So when I got married, so clearly I've always found YouTube and doing really amateur rubbish sideways on my phone vlogs fun. So 1, is for memories, 2, it's literally for fun, and 3, it is, I've always loved YouTube, and 4, I want a place that I can basically, I want to clear my camera off. So for some reason I find it really overstimulating to have loads of photos and videos. I have 3,500 and I am the person who tries to like constantly clear as I go. So like if I'm sitting on the train or something, I will try to clear my camera roll, which is so weird, but it just really irks me that there's so much stuff on my phone. So I'm trying to clear it. So when I make and upload a vlog, even if I then privatize it, I delete all of those videos off of my phone, and that feels amazing. So those are the reasons that I'm doing it. And yeah, it's like collated memories on the internet. And like I said, I just love YouTube. I love watching people. I love watching vlogs. I like watching cleaning vlogs. I like watching travel vlogs. I like watching makeup videos. I like watching people just do random stuff at home. Like my wind down time is before bed, I will watch YouTube. Or like if I'm on the train and stuff, I will watch YouTube. That's like my wind down, relax, me time vibe. So yeah, if anyone was wondering why I do these lame amateur videos, those are all of the reasons why. And so this summer is the first time in my life that I feel like I have a summer holiday and absolutely nothing is hanging over my head. You're probably thinking, what do I mean by that? So I'm 27 and I did my GCSEs. I had that summer. That was a really, really fun summer. But then you're like kind of worried about it. Me personally was kind of worried about A-levels, like it was in the back of my mind. And then you do A-levels and then your summer, you're like in the back of your mind, you're thinking about uni. And then you finish uni and you're like, freedom, but you're like kind of worried about your life and what you're gonna do and what job you're gonna get and having a relationship, and you're thinking about, you're just in the big wide world and it's kind of scary. So you're thinking about that. And I don't know, I wasn't mature enough either to kind of just step back and be grateful and enjoy like the summers that I had. Like I was grateful for the summers and the time that I had with my mum and I was so present, but there was always something I was worrying about. And then I got engaged, and obviously every year of uni you're worried about passing to the next year. And then I graduated and I wanted to get married, so I was thinking about that, and I had a couple jobs in between and I wasn't settled on like a career, like a long-term career. So yeah, I was kind of always just like something else was on my mind. And then I get engaged, and then it wasn't my worry, but it was like the hugest thing on my mind was wedding planning and getting to know each other's families and stuff like that. And basically a week before my wedding, so in terms of career, eventually I became a technician at a school, a design and technology technician. And I was like, oh my God, I love helping children. So this is what I want to do in my life. Like I love helping children and it feels rewarding. And I want to be a teacher. And I think that kind of simultaneously was happening while I was getting engaged. It's hard, I get timelines really confused. I'm really bad at maths and I just get timelines a little bit confused when talking about the past. But anyway, so I think that job, the technician job, was when I got engaged. And then I had a really good time, my engagement year. So like both of our families, mine and Saf's families, were getting to know each other. And I was, still living at my mum's house, my mum and dad's house. And that was like, it was just a really fun, exciting time. Obviously a lot was going on because I was in a new career and it was all exciting stuff. Like a lot was going on, but in an exciting way. But when exciting things are happening, you're not like, you're stressed, but you're good stressed. So it was very exciting busy time, and like a lot was on my mind. My job, my, you know, getting married and all of those exciting things. So then I get promoted from being a technician to being an unqualified teacher, and it's like, okay, you do this program for two years, and then you can do like this QTS route, which gets you qualified teacher status, and you do collect a portfolio of work, and you get observed by an external person from UEL, University of East London. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I asked the school, like, can I do it in a year and a half? And they were like, it may be possible for kind of exceptional students if they get everything done, to do that in like a year and a half. So I'm engaged, I have an IGAR, and I'm being promoted to becoming a teacher in September, and my wedding's for October. So the Nigar and the engagement happens before, but the October wedding is like I guess you could call it a walima, because the Nigar was done before. But that's what we call our wedding. We call our October one our wedding, because like I wore the white dress, I wore the Asian dress, we planned, like we had sit down meal and had a whole like wedding program. So like that was our wedding, but our marriage obviously started earlier, and it was after the wedding that I was going to move in with him, so post October. And then I start my teaching job, and it's really exciting. Oh, I just used the wrong brush. I'm gonna have to wash my brushes. And it was really exciting, and my wedding's coming up in October. And then boom, a week before my wedding, my mum gets diagnosed with like stage 4 lung cancer. And I'm thinking in my head, like, what? And then we get married in October, and I move out. And so the summer where I was a technician, I was really excited and hyperactive, you could say, and I guess I didn't really soak in, or like, obviously it never occurred to me this could be your last summer with your healthy mum. And before that, my jobs, so from graduating to becoming a technician, I obviously didn't have summer holidays, and some holidays are like 6 weeks long, so talk about privilege of time. So before that, I wasn't having summer holidays. I had just like regular holidays. Not the excessive amount that a teacher gets, basically. So, didn't soak it in. And then I'm living with my husband, and my in-laws, and I'm really happy, and I'm trying to see my mum as much as possible, but obviously she's getting sicker and sicker. And then last summer, she was so sick at this point. So I remember last year summer, after my first year of being a teacher, it was intense. And then on August the 12th, my angelic mother moved on from this world. And that summer I was just so tired. So yeah. Then because of that, I just took the full 2 years to qualify. Because I stopped caring about a lot of things, especially like qualifying and like work related things. I was just like, I don't really care, I'm just trying to exist every day and be happy. And I sat down with my work colleagues and I was like, and this was in Jan, the time that I was supposed to qualify. And I was like, guys, I just don't care about anything, and it would be a miracle at this point if I care enough to follow through with this, with getting the QTS. And kindly and so sweetly, they were like, we are going to get you through this. And also, obviously, my husband and in-laws supported me so much, and my own family. I just washed my hands, and then in April I had my first external observation, and I feel like that was a big turning point for me in getting my confidence back and feeling like I can do this. So yeah, I started to feel motivated again and more like myself. And now it is July 2025, and on Monday, and it is Saturday today, on Monday I officially got my QTS, which is qualified teacher status. So, you know, alhamdulillah, I'm really grateful to God for everything. And for keeping me at my current school, because there was also like a moment after the technician year where I almost left to do a 1-year qualification at a local school to where I live. And my boss, who's actually like my friend now, she fought quite hard for me, not fought, but she just believed in me. And, you know, she got the school to kind of see my value and agree to do the 1.5-year thing. So that's why I ended up going with this school, because I liked who I worked with and I liked my school, and they offered me, instead of a year and a term. And even though I didn't qualify after a year and a term, because obviously I didn't know how much my life was going to change, you know, God does everything for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Imagine if I was in a whole nother school and I hated it, and then all of this happened. Like, I got married, I moved out, and then I was in a completely new work environment, and then Mum got sick. I love this, by the way. It's the honey infused Lihaya. So God does everything for a reason. So even though I didn't become a teacher as fast as I wanted, the slower pace ended up working out well. Because other things in my life got complicated. So, yeah. Then, yeah, I got qualified. And now, long story short, I have a summer where, because even last summer, I was obviously worried about my mum, seeing her as much as possible, and like praying and hoping she was going to be okay. And I was so tired, and I was worried about qualifying subconsciously, and I was just like, how am I going to do this now? And I needed to do so much work over the holidays, and I didn't do it. So there was a lot hanging over my head. So long story short, now I'm also vlogging my summer holidays because I want to savor, hold on to, remember, look back on, be grateful for this time and this moment. So that is another reason why I'm making these vlogs. It's because of the wider context. I want to savor this summer, remember this summer, enjoy this summer, and be able to look back and know that I treasured my time with my husband, with my parents on both sides, my siblings, my family, my friends, my cousins. I want to savor every present moment. And I told my work colleagues, I said, treat this summer like it is your last summer with your family, because you never know when you're going to get the privilege of time and health again. So this is the first summer with nothing hanging over my head, and no worries and no stress. Alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful, very lucky. My makeup's finished. I'm gonna put some jewelry on. And the perfume that I wear for like every day at the minute is this one. clean my ears. And I don't like put the bud in the actual ear. Oh, my wash is ready. I can hear the beep. Brush my hair. This is kind of pretty much how I'd get ready every day. If I'm gonna wear makeup, that's pretty much what I would. And I'm just gonna put some of this on. It's Cinemusk oil. Just love this stuff. Apparently you're not supposed to rub it in, but I always do. I'm gonna cream my hands one more time because I got up and washed them. Just put this cream on. Bag. I love. My sister-in-law bought it for my birthday. Has gum, sun bum cream, a hairband, and my keys, which hang on this little keyring, which my friend actually got me. I can't remember if it was for my birthday or just because she's cute. And then I need to put my lip gloss in, which is this. Ah, I love it. I need to go to the post office later on